The first thing I noticed that people think I'm stupid. I'm pretty, I'm small, and I'm an Oriental, therefore must be so submissive. There were people at Royal Academy say, hey, you'll never get a job, when you get out. But inside me, I already knew. I'll show you.
Why do Chinese girls taste different from all other girls?
You think we're better, huh?
No, just different.
The Bond film got bigger and bigger. So now I'm the Bond girl. You do a very important thing of some really great place and nobody goes, yeah. Bond? Oh!
Brazilian sambas, Cuban rumbas, waltzes, Viennese.
I was voted Women of the Year. A bit of a fluff, but it's wonderful. That's what being celebrity is. That's also the beginning of my singing career.
Chinese, Charleston.
You shared one boyfriend, Jonathan.
I was not two-timing.
I knew I was somebody who is not going to be some faithful wife and wonderful mother or that.
Did she talk about her son? Once I had my sons, there's no way I could understand what she's doing.
Was giving your son away a sacrifice you had to make for
No.
your career? It was a choice.
Excuse me.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
asking.
I'm not going to do all the sentimental
No, I'm just
rubbish.
asking.
I felt so terrible.
No,
about
not
time.
about- I'm not saying
I
something.
wanted a career. And it was in those days, you cannot be both.
I'd love to get you on a slow boat to China. All to myself, alone.
I was the third daughter. That's why born out of wedlock. My mother eloped with my father. In those days, everybody went to a Peking Opera Theater. And my father was a national idol, don't forget. It was the most wonderful period in terms of creativity. Everybody was falling in love with cinemas. And all these people eventually were all purged, persecuted, and died. The Cultural Revolution erupted, which took everyone by surprise. The West, me, of course, even China.
I loved my mother very, very much. They took her away, the Red Guards.
I had the familiar stereotype view of her as a pretty Asian playing sexy roles. I didn't know that she had this enormous personal investment. All the time I was conscious that what was really churning away inside her were the memories about what happened to her mother and father.
I realized that the world can be very cruel. And I think it's terrible to say this, but I think it probably did make me a better actor.
Do you want some water, maybe?
Sorry?
Maybe have some water.
No. Don't interrupt.
Okay.
If I want to have water, I'm going to have the water, okay? All right, let me continue.
It isn't fair for you to taunt me.
By that time, I was 40. I already have a wonderful house with 3 apartments. I have no conception of anything about money.
And there was a big crash where we all lost a lot of money. And poor Tsai lost her house.
For you to thrill me.
I guess if you're very famous and rich, suddenly you're very poor and you can't, it's very difficult to face everybody.
It isn't fair.
So I went to America to my brother's restaurant, Mr. Chow. By that time, he is, I'm afraid, quite full of himself.
Yes or no? Yes! Yes or no?
I was a glorified waitress. You know where I'd stayed? In somebody's, slept on somebody's floor. On the floor. Bad things end too. Didn't know it. So bad things end.
I remember being young, seeing that movie. It was a release for, I don't think just myself, for so many Asian Americans to finally see, for the first time for me, my mother on screen.
Mom? What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing. I was only thinking about my mother. How much I wanted to be like her. I'd love to get you on a slow boat to China. All to myself, alone. I'll get you and I'll keep you.